That was loud. What was that?
Nope, did not like that.
What?
Same shoulder, but then it's just like almost like someone just like, hey buddy.
What? We didn't step out recently, did we? Those look like fingers.
Yeah.
Those look like fingers. What was that? That was it. Yeah, that was it. What?
Is that Aaron?
Yeah. Holy sh!
What?
What the f?
Alright guys, so it's time for the culmination of our trip. I went and braved Wilson Castle with my best buddy Reed.
Hi, I'm back.
What up, buddy? Still sporting the Celtics merch.
Dude, that's all we brought. T-shirts and Celtics. That's all we brought.
That's all we need. Champions, we're wearing them. Tingus. That's right. But I am not alone with just Reed. I'm also here with my cousin Mimi. Once again, thank you for joining me.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
Of course, this is the second time on the channel, so welcome again.
Thank you.
This place is crazy. So we're gonna get a nice big, lowdown for you guys, just so you can gobble up all that good history stuff, make your brains even smarter. This whole fort was big around the French and Indian War. A lot of British soldiers stationed here, and there was a whole siege that went on. And our guide actually showed up, so he will be giving a much better rundown than I could ever give. But long story short, the British did unfortunately lose the battle, and well, they were kicked out. I believe there was a big, long march, if I was correct, afterwards. They were able to negotiate,
So, pretty much the way it went down was the French here under Marquis de Montcalm, he had a force of about, I want to say 2,800. They sieged the fort. It took about 6 or 7 days or so before the fort fell. Then the British gave a gentleman's surrender where the French allowed them to leave with their weapons without any ammunition, a parade cannon and their flags, because that was something that was very important and symbolic at the time. Then, of course, they marched about 16 miles down the old military road, probably about now what is like Route 9, give or take. They marched down about that way to head back 16 miles to Fort Edward down south, before they had been ambushed by a lot of the native tribes that, well, they wanted their pay because they were promised that the pay would be in blood, essentially. They'd be allowed to take scalps, weapons, clothes, pretty much anything off the backs of the British once the siege had ended. But the French betrayed them, and it ended up being where there was a massacre both here in the walls of the fort with a lot of the wounded that were left over after the siege, as well as various ambushes along the column that was leaving the fort to head back to Fort Edward. So by the end of it, a lot of people, we estimate around, I want to say 400 soldiers died. I say soldiers because we don't know the exact numbers of women and children or non-enlisted people that died, just because the British apparently didn't see them as important enough to archive. So we only know the soldiers and their exact numbers because we have the actual archives that we can work with that very nicely. English Parliament likes to keep their data, and that includes all of the data throughout the empire. Of course, that means that we have some relatively good information on the soldiers that died here. That's why we have a lot of names that we can work with and, cross-reference that. Well, a lot of the paranormal-wise, you'll get stuff on the walls. We've had people see shadows walking up the stairs even recently and whatnot. You'll see people wear red jackets, very similar to the regulars that were here on the fort. They would walk the walls. People see them all the time, in the morning, in the day, pretty much 24/7. People will get something here. They'll spot someone that's not supposed to be there, or vice versa, someone that looks out of place, so to say. But alongside that, some people have been scratched before. It's not something that's common, but it does happen to people who cause trouble, in my experience. Typically, we have a lot of soldiers that are here, obviously, because of the amount of lives that we lost, somewhere within the range of 40 just with walls. But you'll also get a lot of women and children as well. It's stuff that other crews have experienced before because, as mentioned, we don't know any women and children, per numbers at least, on the archives that we know of that died here. So there's probably more than double the number that we actually know that died in the walls. And so we're only going off we're only going off what we can, I suppose, kind of estimate.
And this was primarily in English and French.
So Pretty much, yeah. It was an English fort built in 1755. Then in 1757, the French burnt it down. Frankly, the French didn't like this fort because, well, it was gross even for colonial standards. The water in the well was terrible. It gave people dysentery. It killed a lot of people here, about 200 out of 400 that would have been within these walls in one winter. More importantly, it was smelled because they had dysentery, they defecate over the walls. And hence why the water was so bad, because, well, it ends up in the water table, all that defecation is going over the walls. And also they would throw the bodies over the walls whenever people died, because it was not safe to leave the walls most times when the ground wasn't frozen.
Right.
So that means that this fort, the French pretty much said, we got a nice stone fort up at Fort Ticonderoga. It was called Fort Carillon at the time. They pretty much said, burn it down and leave. So they took what they needed, burnt it to the ground. English came back here and just said, we don't want another fort here, so they just put a whole lot of ground and soil over a lot of bodies and remnants that are left over, and then just left.
So this is kind of, sorry to interrupt, but so this was kind of just turned into a mass grave?
Yeah, and as far as we know, there's probably about 120 so souls underneath us, about 6 feet under the ground, because, well, we don't really have the money to do archaeological excavations. One of the key things is that money makes the world work, and that includes archaeological excavations. So what little excavation that was done here, we found that there was 5 bodies in just a small area alone. So there's very likely a lot of more bodies underneath us. That's probably what is causing a lot of that residual activity. Is just there's still a lot of people there still doing their duties. Doing the thing they did hundreds of times before. It ended up being, like in the 1950s, they built this, what we see here now. They built it on top of the old site because they found that it was a turning point in the French and Indian War. It would have been the 7 Years' War as Europeans knew it. And pretty much they just built the fort on top of here, pretty much to the exact specifications. The only real differences were missing the eastern and southern barracks, because it would have been very cramped in here if we had both of those barracks, because these forts are not very large, so we left some room just to have the parade grounds to do reenactment and whatnot. But for the most part, it is almost accurate with some modern amenities that a place needs, like a toilet. Because they did not have toilets in the fort, they did it outside the walls if they could. Only the officers got the luxury of that. But
Sounds about right.
pretty much, yeah, the fort is about to the same specifications and built about on the same spot. We're only about 8 feet off that away, meaning that we're only about 6 feet above where the original grounds were and 8 feet off. So we're pretty spot on.
Any triggers?
Triggers wise, it's not really culpable tonight, but when the fireworks happen out there, a lot of loud noises, thunder, lightning, things like that. I imagine it's the same kind of soundscape that you would have gotten during the siege, a lot of the booms and the bangs. So whenever, say, they do the reenactments with the muskets or the cannons on the walls, or if there's thunder that rolls through, or even just the fireworks that happen out in the lake on Thursdays, it usually stirs up a lot of activity, I imagine, because it's people going to battle stations. They think that they're being attacked by the French again. It's interesting because we have 2 spirits that are of note that don't like genders. In the basement of the Western Barracks, there is one that doesn't like women. And in the top floor of the Western Barracks, there is a spirit there that does not like men. And in my experience, she is very clear about that, because she has marked me just a single small scratch on the arm, but it was enough to say, yeah, I don't like you being in here, get out of here. It tends to be that spirit up there, we call her Beth. Now, to be fair, there's a saying that she is, quote, the Scarlet Witch, because she wears a red dress. I like to call her the Lady in Red, because she doesn't like that title, doesn't like the Scarlet Witch. Mostly because she would have been an apothecary, which is, herbalist and whatnot during the time. These are all Protestant, very Puritan type Christians, means that anything short of that is witchcraft, especially for a woman to do in that time.
Yeah.
So I imagine that she doesn't like men because she got a lot of abuse from the fact that they thought she was a witch, and because she is a woman inside a fort full of men in the middle of nowhere, about 16 miles away from the closest city. So you can imagine that that is a lot of trouble for any of them here. You can imagine some of them experience some bad stuff. But it's why I choose not to call her the Scarlet Witch. I choose to call her the Lady in Red, because I imagine it's something that she won't get mad at. She doesn't seem to like that title, so I give her the title that works. And then downstairs, Spirit of Him, as we call him, because we don't give him a name. We worry about giving him a name. He doesn't like women. In particular, he will typically target aggression towards women. We think, because the story goes, that he was stabbed in the back by a woman during the massacre when he spared her. So it's just the story as it goes from psychic. Scientifically, I have to be, just as it goes, because it's my job to kind of be mixing the history and the paranormal.
Right. So then that would, according to that information, he would be what, like a French or a Native American?
Would have been a French allied native. We don't know what tribe. The two biggest tribes are the Huron and the Abenaki. There were a few other, I think over 23 tribes in total that were here at the fort that were with the French. But for the most part, the Huron and the Abenaki were the ones that had the most numbers, and I would imagine that he could be one of those two tribes, though we don't know. We've gotten names in English and French, but never anything actually in a native tongue. We don't want to give him a name that's in English or French because both of them he hates, and rightfully so. The English were his enemy, and the French betrayed him. So he just kind of stays to his own territory, and typically under the stairs and the casemate, that's where he seems to be the most safety. People put offerings on there to kind of appease him, and it seems to work out nicely because we haven't had, as far as I know, any instances lately that have caused issues. But some people decide they like to challenge him, and they get let's just say that they get reminded that you're not the one that's playing with the power you're supposed to be. He's very territorial. I wouldn't say malevolent, because malevolent would be the right word. He's in a place that would be full of enemies, so he just keeps to himself. Someone was nice enough to put a single dollar bill right at the spot where they put offerings, and somebody on our tours took that dollar, and well, we had some activity after that, likely because he wasn't too thrilled about that. So.
He likes acknowledgement. He doesn't like it when you take something from him, or
he likes
any sort of disrespect.
Yes,
like even the smallest amount, even if you don't mean it.
Yeah,
he's like, hey, cut that.
He'll give you a reminder. He'll give you a reminder. That's the best way to put it. Even for staff, if you tell a story wrong, he'll make sure you know that wasn't the right story. Make sure to get it right next time.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Right here is our original gatehouse. This would have been where the original gatehouse of the fort would have been, and we've had some instances where people have seen apparitions and whatnot out in this area. We've had people have said they hear people walking out in the gravel on the grounds here, and of course you can tell when someone's walking out here because you can't walk quietly out here. And you'll hear people. We had reenactment groups. They stayed up on the top floor of the northern barracks over there, and throughout the night they just heard people marching around out here on the gravel, and eventually just got fed up and couldn't sleep. They did tie up prisoners here at the walls, so sometimes we know that there's been some instances reported at the time when people were murdered. So somebody got into a fight, people got chained up and got in trouble for it, and then somebody that didn't particularly like that person that was chained up saw them vulnerable, stabbed them, and a lot of the officers probably didn't really care because at that point you're already basically a prisoner. But that's the most part for the gatehouse, is you'll get a lot of that activity there. This northwest bastion here would have been the bastion that exploded during the siege.
Oh, wow.
Would have very likely been where the French had entered in from, and very likely a lot of lives could have been lost. People have reported up on the top of those walls. People take pictures, and well, one of the weirdest ones was somebody got a picture of just a set of legs. It was a leg.
Yeah, nice, good job.
Yeah, it's usually going to be the case with Beach Road. But nonetheless, people, they're wearing, they see black breeches, common would have been for the regulars. They see them around the cannon area, and the funniest one is definitely a lady thought somebody on our crew was photobombing one of her pictures, and our guide up on the wall said, well, none of my guides here at the fort are only a pair of pants, so didn't take that very kindly and left, but I still found it funny nonetheless. Right to our left here, if we head in this way, this would be our northern barracks here, would be where the officers, a lot of higher officers would have been.
Oh, wow.
You would have had, anybody that was higher than a non-commissioned officer. Non-commissioned officers would have been the southern barracks, that's not present there today. To my right here would be a diorama back there, behind that fireplace would be a diorama of what Lieutenant Colonel George Monroe's office would have been. He would have delegated things here at the fort. He was the commanding officer that kept things in check here and was the one that surrendered the fort to the French later on. Now, the story goes that not long after, when he had survived the siege, he had gone on to be in Albany and had a sudden heart attack in the middle of the street. The thinking is that he had always wrote that he was almost felt very guilty about what happened here at the fort, the massacre that ensued after the fact. So there's a prevailing theory that maybe he died as a result of a lot of that guilt hanging over his head, just the stress caused his heart to crap out, and he died in the middle of the street as a result. But some people have gotten the doors moving before if they're announcing that they need Lieutenant Colonel Monroe, things like that. Even I've experienced it myself, seeing the door physically move, like someone pushes it out like that.
Wow.
We've gotten voices in there before, as usual. You'll get lots of EVPs here in my experience, whether audible or non-audible on recorders.
You said in this room, right?
Yep, just in that
So
room.
would we be allowed to put an EVP in there and close this door?
This door I don't think budges anymore, but to be fair, you're still more than welcome to keep the EVP in there if you'd like.
Okay.
And then here, we've got all of our more modern uniforms. I believe these were donated by any servicemen, even this one here. These are all donated uniforms that were given to us, and they would have been of the period at the various times that are listed there. Back there is a dressing room. Now, I don't believe I have a key for that. Let me see if it's open for one, because if it's open, then I can let you in there, because the dressing room has some activity, and the dressing room, typically people get things that are kind of equally as negative. You can see a lot of the mirrors in there.
Oh,
and I kind of
yeah.
attribute
Oh,
the mirrors.
screw that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
people do not like the dressing room, nor do I. It's a very heavy feeling place. People have gotten things happening in there before, various CVPs and whatnot, more negative stuff related to another Frenchman, I believe. And then, especially, what was weird, when this door was locked, you heard what sounded like that, like someone actively inside trying to push
get
the
out.
door out. Yeah.
No.
So if you've got the gumption to do that, you're more than welcome to sit in there on your own. That tends to be the case where the dressing room is a place where people don't like being in. They will get negative activity. We've had a psychic say something inhuman is in there, but I don't know if it's actually something negative or if it's a dog. The reason why we say that is because some people have gotten pictures of what looks like a dog on the ground. And we did have a dog that was here guarding in like the 1970s that fell off the wall, sadly, and died on the grounds. So we think if it could quite literally be inhuman because it is a dog.
It's a dog.
We have no way of knowing.
Watch, we're gonna come back and that door's gonna be open.
It's cracked right now. I wasn't able to shut it all the way.
Yeah.
So where are we, Aaron?
We are currently in the Northern Barracks.
Yes, Northern Barracks, first floor.
Northern Barracks, first floor, and we're surrounded by all these beautiful uniforms. And we're now here in front of the dressing room, and a lot of, not a good feeling in there. I'm gonna go sit in the dark with the headphones on, and kind of like the SK, just kind of, start doing an Estes method, separated from you guys.
So who would be around? So this is the officers.
This
right?
would be the lower area where the officers would likely either have like kitchens and whatnot, or they might have some sleeping quarters. Hard to know for sure.
Do you remember the commander that would be?
Lieutenant Colonel George Monroe would have been the acting officer here. He would have had various other officers underneath him, like, actual commissioned officers and whatnot, but I don't have any names off the top of my head.
Oh.
Were you one of those officers under him?
Were you Lieutenant Colonel George Monroe?
Are you Lieutenant Colonel George James?
Oh, it just went off, yeah. Oh, shit, okay.
Well, that's interesting, because like I said, remember how the story goes that he died very suddenly because of a heart attack. There's the thought that he came back to the place he's familiar with, still running things on a tight shift here. He was a stubborn Scotsman, so...
Maybe he felt like his mission wasn't over, so he tried to come back and save the fort.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you still maintain the fort? Do you still take care of all the soldiers and everybody here?
You see it as your duty to these men that served under you?
Were you maybe one of the women that was working in the kitchens here? And just as fast as it came, it went.
Yeah, are you still here with us?
Yeah.
I guess not.
He must have left the room.
He's got other duties.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably just doing his rounds for the night.
Yeah.
It is midnight, so could be the midnight rounds.
Well, all right.
Have fun, Aaron.
There's a scared dog, and there's a scared dog.
Yeah. Hello. I'm gonna be in here for a little bit. Oh my lord. There we go.
So if he dies, what do we do?
Well, I contact my manager for one, and then we figure out what to do from there.
Actually, I'd probably say have the camera facing the door so the mic picks up what he's saying.
Move over. Get up.
You want us to get up?
Alright. I feel like I'm sitting in someone's way, so I'll get up.
Who is it that's in the dressing room?
$13?
13 people in the dressing room?
Oh dear, that's.
That's a lot.
Do you want to talk to any one of us?
I just got a sharp, pinch on my lower leg.
Really? Who pinched him?
Can you please talk as loud as you can through that box in Aaron's hand?
That was loud. What was that?
Is that wood?
Yeah, it sounded like wood, like a knob.
Yeah.
Almost like the door. Did someone?
That sounded like a
I
footstep.
am getting things, it's just hard to hear them.
That sounded like a footstep outside. Like,
Was someone walking in to join us?
You know?
Oh, temperature change.
you know? Do we know who you are?
Life?
What about life? What did you do in life?
What was your rank?
No running.
No running.
Oh, maybe he's talking to a little girl.
Oh yeah, maybe he's talking about the little girl. No running.
Could be.
No running in base. Is the little girl trying to run around outside?
Could be why we heard a footstep out there. Because I will say this is also an area where the little girl will hang around is on the top floor.
Yeah.
Sometimes she'll come in here.
I either got want adventure or one adventure. Again, very hard to hear.
She wants adventure. Does the little girl like to play games here in the fort? I heard. Did I just hear?
I think that was
Turn
outside.
on.
I don't know why people would be outside at midnight.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You would something.
What is your name?
I got a jumbled mess, but I did manage to make out cousin.
Relative to.
That is interesting because, like I said, people will bring their families with them on campaigns.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not safe enough to be on farms on their
Right.
own. So
Who were you related to? Can you tell us the person you're related to?
Do it.
could be another spirit tone.
Yeah. What's their name?
Why not? Resting
Resting
It is
before
midnight.
I die.
before you die.
Interesting.
In your realm, do you guys think that the war is still happening?
Time out.
Huh?
Stay there. I'll be back.
What? What?
Something touched my shoulder.
Oh, jeez.
it wasn't like a grabbing of the shoulder. It was like
Oh gosh.
Tap.
like almost just like very like imagine like
Like a light.
a
kinda-
large spider, like kind of like how it kind of like pitter patters like that, but like it was clearly a hand just kind of
Oh dear.
No.
not threatening. Because here's the thing, like it's strange because I it's definitely heavy in there, but I don't feel negativity in there.
It
Like,
just feels
it's
like
very
there's
ener-
a lot of people there almost.
yeah, it's
Interesting.
tight.
Because you did say 13.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
we have so
13
many people.
Okay, I'll go back in for another short round. Felt like I closed more than the last time. Whatever.
What's the water like here at the fort?
Hey, another frickin' night out.
Someone's doing the midnight rounds.
Ooh. Nope, did not like that.
What?
Same shoulder, but then it's just like almost like someone just like, hey buddy, like ooh, that was weight to it. That was like the first one was just kind of like okay,
The light
funny,
touch,
blah blah blah, haha, and then it just.
Maybe it's a little girl. Could be a little girl.
Ooh, okay, that one got me.
Yeah.
Reed, you want to turn?
Not in there. I want to set up an EVP in that one room on the far end.
Yeah.
The Monroe office.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to set one up in there and see if get something. Would we be able to just turn the EVP on, leave it recording in there for like 2 minutes, and have this door closed and we're behind this door?
Sure.
Okay, let's try it out.
Maybe the colonel's walking over.
So I just left the box in there. Just to see if he talks into it.
Closing door, closing door.
So if we get any voice on there, it's not us. Yeah, we shouldn't be. It's twice.
Someone coming in the room. Can you make the REM pod go off? Just touch the antenna on the top of it.
We didn't step out recently, did we?
Those look like fingers.
Yeah.
Those look like fingers. What was that? Was that the shoulder you got touched on?
Yeah.
We have another one over there. Did they touch that shoulder too? No, like right here.
Oh, what the
Was that where you got touched as well?
Not there, but that like this was where all the weight was, but like it was like that last time was like almost like closing in. How's the rest of my back look?
It's hard to tell because of the glare from the light.
Maybe if I could different.
It's clean. Nothing. But
It
that's
might be just raindrops that came down.
that's
That's still weird because if that one on your right shoulder is a raindrop and it's already drying, why are those?
I don't think that was there before.
No.
I mean, we can check.
Wasn't sweat. We'll have to just check back in the footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, quick question. Yes. Look at who's there. Were lips there?
No, that's like literally.
3 fingers. Like that.
What?
And he says that that's the shoulder he got touched on.
I'm gonna have to look back at the footage.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Alright, I'm gonna go get the EVP. That's us talking.
Yep. That's us.
Wait a minute.
Fix the REM pod.
I hear that, but is that Connor going over to the door to close it?
I hear footsteps. Though.
Dude, that's...
Yeah,
That's-
okay,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Closing the door, okay. It could be water, because it was dripping over there. See, now that one I don't know about.
Yeah.
I'll play it for you too. One right there.
Yeah, that sounds like footsteps. Just hard to tell if it's because
That
we're in
might-
here
yeah.
or something, or.
Sounds like shuffling. That was it. Yeah, that was it.
That didn't sound like water. That sounded like a tap or something.
Yeah.
Is that something moving? It almost
It almost
sounds like
sounds
a
like a
rock. Yeah,
chair.
bro, it sounds like a rocking chair.
Yeah, like someone sat down in a chair.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
down, like just sitting back in a chair. Yeah, it sounds
It's really
like
a
wood.
rocket.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like someone's like walking around a desk and going like that. Like they sit down and they lean back in their chair.
Yeah.
Is there a chair in there? Yes, there is.
What the was that, dude?
Hold on.
Ah, what the? Oh,
Is it dead?
no, it's fine. I just completely went to the next DVP. Okay, where was it? It was like 110, right?
It was after the chair creak.
What is that?
It's a woman
That's
yelling.
yeah, it sounds like her laughing. It sounds like she's laughing.
I can't tell because it could be maybe from over there, but again, it's midnight.
But I feel like if
But
they
also-
heard that there, we would have heard that too.
Probably. You were outside too, taking a call. So you
Yeah,
couldn't
and
hear
I
it.
didn't hear that.
Which, by the way, you said that that's where the breach was, right?
Yes, that's where the breach was. There was women and children that were hiding out in the walls because it was safer under the walls from cannon fire.
Think how chaotic it must have been.
Chaotic, and some people were lost down in the rubble, as far as we know,
Yeah.
because it was an explosion that came up from the powder magazine. A mortar came down through the roof of it. The powder magazine erupted. The people on the walls were gone. They reported that there was only a piece of red felt left after the fact. Like people were literally wiped off the face of the earth.
Oh my gosh.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's awful. And there were women and children that were hiding out because it's safer under the walls.
That I don't know. Like,
The
Yeah, that
like,
the
we would
woman
hear
was
that.
like,
Yeah,
that
I would
was-
think we would have heard that.
We
if it
would
was
have heard
coming
that
from over there, 'cause
100%.
there's only a bar over there, but they close out like 10 o'clock, if
Yeah,
not
we-
that. But
Yeah.
they shouldn't have anybody there because lights out by then is like 10 o'clock. I don't know why they
It was just like a woman like screaming, like ah.
either yes, screaming.
Did we go up, or do we try this again?
Let's try it again.
Yeah,
Try
we
it
got some
again.
distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, close the door when you're coming in. And then,
Let's try it out.
Maybe try to talk to the woman.
Yeah, we can talk.
I'll go over there and I'll ask specifically for her.
We do get what we call a lady in white up here that goes down the stairs, that we think she was like either a chambermaid or like a prostitute. Yes. Again, the guys here get lonely, and officers especially, they wouldn't have their wives here. They'd be in England. I guess it's an aristocracy, so they'd be coming from England.
Did we want to quietly ask questions or just?
Yeah. Who was the woman that yelled?
Could you please give us the name of the woman that yelled?
Who touched our friend here? It's gone. Yeah, it's not there anymore. It could be raindrops. Let's try now. Maybe. That's so perfect. It is perfect. Like 3 fingers like that. Which, like, you're doing like that. I don't know, because you have like a pinky there. 3 fingers. Yeah. That's weird. If there's anybody here, can you please tell us your name? Oh, okay. Thought the door was open. I was about to lose it. Can you make your presence known to us?
How many spirits are in the dressing room?
I swear to God, if we get the word 13 on EVP, I'm gonna lose it. I'll be going. I'll be out of here. I'll be on my way home. Let's be honest. No, you won't. You want more. Yeah, that's true. I'll give you like 30 more seconds. See if we can get anything. Is there a message you want to give to any one of us? All right, I'm gonna go get it.
Both times.
Yep.
Both times, like, we get the EVP back and it starts going off.
I can't tell if it's timing because I feel a cold draft on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cold draft all of a sudden. Really cold.
Everyone came piling out of the back room.
Bluetooth.
They want to hear the
already
results.
open. Now in FB7 mode.
Literally. Yeah. Alright, so this is 3 minutes long. Put this back. I'm gonna bring it up so ease.
That temperature's changing a lot if it's doing that.
Here, could you stand like right here? Perfect. Yeah, you're good.
Is that the door?
That was the door.
What was that? We didn't hear that.
That wasn't us, right?
No, that was a single noise like that.
No.
It sounded like a chair moving.
Wait, where is it?
Yeah, what is that? That's not one of us moving. That shouldn't be. That sounded like the door here closing, but it can't be that. And we would have heard it. It's me.
swear to God, if something comes up and starts going.
Whoa!
That's talking.
Whoa! It was like, like what the fuck was that? What was that?
Play it back, Jamie.
Jamie, pull that up.
What is that? It sounds like
What could that possibly be though? Like I'm trying to think.
If it was strong enough wind to make a howl like that,
we would hear it.
yeah,
though,
we would have
like-
heard it. It would have been freaking ripping, roaring wind out there if it was that loud. That sounded like, you know what it sounded like? It sounded like a f***ing dog howling. I may not be too far off. It could genuinely be a dog. I hope.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
Your camera's having trouble focusing.
Why is it focusing on something above your left shoulder?
Is it really?
It's focusing on
Are you
something between.
kidding
It's
me?
something between you guys. Look at that.
What
It's right
the
above his. And it's getting wider.
Is it? Oh my God! Feel right here. It's cold. It's like cold right here. Somewhere in here. I'm getting chills sitting here.
So you guys can't see it, but there's a focus box.
Yeah, there's a focus box,
And it focuses
on the shoulder that
and it's on your shoulder.
Can you show that on the camera, please? If you can get it. If not, then don't worry about it.
No, it's not focusing
You
on
can
something
zoom,
back,
yeah.
back there.
Yeah, so there's a box
There's
that
no face
focuses,
back there.
and it's right above Aaron's shoulder.
Is that
Whoever that is pretty tall.
Yeah.
Is it the shoulder you got touched on?
This is the
Yeah,
shoulder
that's
I
the
got
shoulder you
touched
got
on.
That's really weird.
I'm waiting for more like finger droplets to show up.
That's weird.
That's weird, dude. Was that? What was that, dude?
It
That's
sounds like wind howling, but why would the wind be howling?
That's some
has to
demon shit, man.
be- Don't. Don't work here, man. Don't say that.
You smell those rotten eggs, Aaron?
Actually, that was me. It's the barbecue.
Yeah. That's so
Some
weird,
really good
though.
ribs.
So we definitely got like a few good EVPs.
That knock was especially. I wouldn't have if we had had a knock that loud in there. We would have heard it.
Yeah, we would have heard
And
that.
it's interesting because we get all the time, like I said, that door into his office, it moves and someone knocks.
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah,
Yeah. That's so weird. Dude, get the bell really quick. Get the bell.
Yeah,
I
get the
need to
bell
see
out.
this bell go off tonight.
So you're going to run over and grab my other battery that I apparently didn't grab, so I'll let you guys keep at it right here.
Alright.
I'll be right back.
The bell's gonna go off
watch
now.
It, yeah, watch it rings when you leave.
That'd be so funny.
Was that an actual fire or?
No.
Oh, that's candle.
You can have fire in a wooden fort, so we don't allow smoking. What was that? That came from in there.
Was that above us or was that in here?
That sounded like it echoed from in there. Sounded like one knock. Was that you knocking?
Oh my god.
Thank you. Can you do it again? Just one more time for us. Do you need assistance? Is that why you rung the bell?
What?
Is that Aaron?
Yeah. What?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh, that looks.
tugged on your necklace?
I literally, oh my god.
Yeah, the bell just rung.
It was on my left side again. And I swear to God, it was. Oh God, I can recreate it too, because I'm walking out of there. First of all, I scared myself. Like, literally talk about like the perfect jump scare for like a horror film. Because I'm like trying to pull the door inwards. It's an outdoor. And I'm like, no, no, no. And then I push out. I was like, oh, okay. And as soon as I step out, there's like that little, like how it's like dark on either side. It was on the left side. And I felt it go like that.
It's interesting because the bell rung once.
It rung like right before you came out.
Me, I was on the left side too.
They seem particularly interesting.
I know.
Oh wait, that's about the knock, and that's when the bell rung.
Yeah, there's a knock in there.
There was a knock in there when you were out there, and then we caught the bell ringing.
Oh my God.
So yep.
All right.
And it's a full moon.
Yes, it
Oh.
is.
Dude, I think our past 3 investigations have been full moons. On accident. And 2 nights ago.
Too.
My God.
Great.
That's nice.
Oh. Yeah, we may. You want to take a rain check and take a break a little bit? Because that's a lot going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
They
Yeah,
keep touching you. Like, they're very, like...
And then, yeah, they're like, "Ooh, who's this guy?" Like,
Yeah,
no.
they're feeling you out. They're trying to figure out who you are.
Oh man.
You guys have never been here before.
No.
That's probably why.
You hear cannon at 2 a.m., sorry.
Won't be me.
We've had it happen before. I was here with the paranormal crew. They heard a huge bang out that way towards the battlefield park, and that's a common thing that people get. Now up here is another place where there would have been quarters for a lot of the officers stationed here. Up here, some people have seen through these windows what looks like a person kind of pacing past the window. For some reason, when you stand out there, you definitely feel kind of drawn to look at those windows. I never knew why, but more cars driving by. For some reason, people just really feel drawn to looking at these windows. Even customers, I talk to them like, why are you staring up at those windows? And it's like, I don't know, I just feel like staring up at those windows on the second floor of the Northern Barracks. And even I feel that way when I first started working here. I've been working here for 3 years and I still can't stop looking at these windows. People see all the time what looks like a shadow figure just pacing past the door, pacing past the window, and just doing his duties as normal.
Interesting.
It's an interesting
It's
little
cool that they
space.
still live their life after.
Yeah, it very much
you know?
seems like they're still actively living their lives as normal. Last but not least is the tailor shop. Now, in here is where they say that there was a, quote, inhuman spirit.
Okay.
Now, it's odd because the tailor shop is on top of the old dressing room where people feel the negativity in there. So, if it is something not so nice, then I would rather not think about that because I work here.
It's the indomitable British spirit.
Yeah, it very well might be. You never know. There's some patriotic spirits here, both English and French, that they still are on full jets on blast, like they're still fighting the war. So we've had spirits that they respond. They don't like French. Sometimes we'll get people, the French Canadians, that are coming here speaking their mother tongue, and well, they get more activity than most people that come through here because they're probably speaking a language that would be very looked down upon the residents of this fort. But pretty much up here, that's where you'll feel the inhuman spirit. We also get up here what we call Lady in White. It's interesting because people took a picture out there just today and saw what looked like a very white apparition with a sort of triangle-shaped dress, almost just standing out towards where the powder magazine was, just today even. And we think that the Lady in White, very likely a concubine of one of the officers, because it ends up being that just like the soldiers, the officers are away from home. They don't have their families up here typically, at least the officers don't, because they have the money to keep them safe. And that means that they get lonely. The men, at least, if they have a family, usually what's nice is that you can bring them along on campaigns. It's actually safer to bring them along on campaigns because if you leave a mother and child alone on a farm out in the frontier, during this time of warfare, Native Americans, they would raid these farmsteads when they were isolated during the war.
Yep.
And it means that usually it's safer for camp followers to just come along on the campaign. The women and children, they work as kind of your acting cooks, nurses, various tasks that need to be done at the fort. Children worked as what were called powder monkeys. They're called powder monkeys because they essentially were rolling barrels up the ramps to the cannons on the walls that needed powder. So you'll get children around here. There's even in the sutler shop, which I will be able to show you final last, because even in our modern amenity, our shop, we do get activity there as well. One child that walks around
Really
and
loves
moves
the
around.
toys. All right, we are rocking and rolling.
This is Northern Barracks, right?
Northern Barracks.
Second floor, North Barracks. He said spirit box. I'll put the headphones on.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Well, I guess that's
Yeah,
a
we're
yes
in the
to
North
spirit box.
Barracks. Oh, no, that's fine. I'm just really excited. You keep, yeah.
You want the headphone? You want the spirit box turned on? You want us to talk? All right.
All right.
A little beep.
We got Reed on the spirit box right there. We've got Rempod over there. We've
How
got
are
the
you
lights.
doing? Okay.
We're doing well. How are you doing?
Wait here.
All right. Top of the morning to you. Very Irish, so I can get away with that.
Cross.
Cross? Are you coming across?
Why? Now.
Why now to speak?
Vanessa? Lady?
Lady. Is that the lady who's been seen in white?
Was that the lady who was yelling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So her name is Vanessa, who comes across this window and who walks.
Who is it that we've seen in the window?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Oh, wow. So that was you that we were seeing in the window? Your name is Kevin?
I'm coming out.
Okay.
Is he here? Really?
I'm not sure. Is Kevin here?
Listen up.
We're listening.
Get up.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Reed.
Did you want Reed to
Come
say?
out.
Come out. Oh.
Fort.
Fort.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What's the name of the fort?
North. In the back?
North Barracks. We're in the North Barracks right now.
Yeah. And this is.
You know.
Yeah, I guess I know.
I guess so.
In the
Okay.
back.
In the back.
Say
Yeah.
the
Back.
top- Yeah, either in the tailor shop or in the dressing room.
Dressing room. Oh my God.
Are you in the
One
dressing room?
sec.
Okay.
Oh, they're gonna go get the guys from the dressing room. What was that historically?
I think it wasn't. I think it would have been the entranceway. Because you can see how there's like a door when you go past the powder magazine. I think that would have been where you entered in.
I found it.
The dressing room?
Where are you right now?
Centurion?
Centurion. That would have been. What would have been?
Mountain?
Centurion Mountain.
Missouri?
Missouri.
Missouri.
I mean, that was. No, that wouldn't.
Go find me.
Find you.
Oh, hide and seek?
Hmm.
Where are you hiding? Well, it's not part of the game,
Look.
but. Look.
Look.
Touche.
Okay, smart.
Yeah.
Should we count to 10?
I'm waiting to see, like, just
Where
look at.
are you?
We're upstairs, north.
Somebody. I need help.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Jesus, alright.
Dismember?
Oh.
Good lord. Oh, yeah.
Are you in the infirmary? Okay. Listen, tell me where you are. I'll come and help. I ain't afraid.
Funny that we get an
Run.
Run.
Run. Yeah, probably living through
Away.
it all again.
Run away. Oh, great.
Are the French attacking?
Back.
You want us to fall back?
Ice.
Run back. That must be it.
You go too.
Where do you want us to go to?
Just him.
Just him. Just who?
Sure. And then all.
Oh no, is
What?
it asking one of us to go on? Is it asking me to go on my own and then the rest?
Look. Kill.
Kill. Oh.
Kill.
Oh great.
Yeah. Well, our message is loud and clear.
French.
The French.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, sh-
Please. French.
Au revoir.
I'm getting the hint that they're calling French pussy.
Yeah. Either.
Oh, World War One. I mean, World War Two.
Duh.
Smart.
Day 3.
Day 3. How long was the battle? 7 days?
5 to 6 days.
5 to 6 days. Huh.
What day of the siege is it?
Defense.
Defense.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
that's
wow.
okay. That's near that. Are you still holding the walls? Where do you want us to go?
Probably we could have.
Oh,
We did good.
Wow.
You know what? So, the story about this place is interesting because the French expected this fort to hold out for 2 days. It held out for 6. So they did indeed do better. Guns, yeah.
What's up?
They did do better than the French expected.
Expected.
Even the English didn't expect to do as well as they did.
Get in.
Get in. We are in.
Where to?
Right next to you? Jordan.
Jordan.
My bad. Woman. Negative.
Oh dear.
Rope. Bed.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my god.
Go on.
Oh, if that's residual, that's screwed up. And that's interesting because the lady in red,
Yeah.
we think that she might have been raped by a lot of the men. Why she doesn't trust men? That's worrying if that's the case because that's
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
One
geez.
way. It worked.
Oh my god.
Jesus. What is your name?
The water. Venomous?
Oh, the water, the well.
Well, bad. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, the water would be venomous, basically. It would kill you.
What the
God,
fuck?
you're right.
Very.
Very.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened when you drank the water?
Alright. Kill them.
Kill who?
You.
You.
Oh dear.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
They're funny.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Do you like cracking jokes?
Actually. Kill.
Okay, well, I guess they're not too happy with me.
Fast.
Fast.
Well, at least that they're
Hey,
nice
let's
enough to do that.
make it quick.
Behind. Fun.
Some behind fun. Okay.
Bullets. Bullets.
Wait,
You see.
wait a minute. Come here. Look what's in this room behind us.
Oh, that's right. That was me. What the
Grape shot.
Oh, where?
Back here, behind.
Interesting.
Right now, south.
South.
They retreated south to Fort Edward.
I couldn't do that with no earplugs. I already got some.
Drop her?
Drop her?
Better not be in the well. I hope that's not the case, because if the little girl's down at the well, then that is...
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, that was me.
Was a little girl dropped down the well?
Sound like first things first. Don't.
Don't drop something in the well? Did anybody ever fall in that well when this was still in service?
Isn't free. You gotta get out of here. Something about women.
You think women have to get out of here?
Oh, yeah. Get the women and children.
Find.
Get the women and children out of here during the massacre.
Find what or who?
Come through me.
Are you trying to channel through
I
someone?
can't.
I can't. Do you not have the energy?
Speaks more than
Do you want to make one of the REM pods light up? What was that? Was that
why
just...
are they something about sleep? Why aren't they asleep?
Are we telling them? I think that's why we're not
He's
asleep.
trying to talk to you.
No, I wonder what that noise was. Like, I wonder if they're referring
Your
to
ass is mine.
somebody else's, like some other people are running around here
Maybe.
that we can't see.
Maybe.
Because that sounded like it was outside. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know, it was like the wood. I don't know if
I
it's
can't
just the
tell.
wood.
Was that someone running around?
I want to fight French.
Oh, okay then.
So
All
we're talking
right.
to an Englishman. We got that out of the way.
Okay.
All right.
Tear ass.
Terry wants to-
New cornholes.
Fuck 'em up. Let's do it.
Kill.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you make it clear. You want to fight the French.
Do you think the war is still happening? You're in.
The French are put. Yep.
So, in your perspective, the war is still happening.
Is the war over?
I think.
But you still want to kill the French,
Fair enough. Yeah, he wouldn't be a red-blooded Englishman if he didn't.
right?
There's a lot of words coming through right now, but I managed to pick up kill them right.
Jeez.
Tap. What was that?
That was over there.
Who did we just hear?
It's dead.
Basically,
There's a cat ball.
peaceful.
Where?
Oh no, no, you don't mean we can put it out. The cat
Oh,
ball.
where is it? You know where it is? It's probably in his bag. Somewhere.
Where do you want us to go?
There.
There. Okay. Where's there?
Using
You're using what? What are the French using?
Your head. If you don't stop, you're a whore.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
The French are using your head. If you don't stop your... Sounds like a riddle. The French are using your head. What does that mean?
I hope that doesn't mean what I think it means.
I have an idea. I have like a guess.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think I know what it means, but like, I wonder if they're saying it I don't think they mean it in that way though.
Maybe. I don't know.
The French they're calling us like spies?
Maybe.
The French are using your head? They're like trying to infiltrate your brain with false information?
Something about balls.
Okay, maybe,
Little.
yeah, maybe not what I was thinking of. Alright.
What are you doing up here?
Play with them.
Okay.
Take.
This is normally how it goes with them.
And
Always turns into balls and...
Something I should say is that when this was built in the 1940s, the guy who originally, he would have
something like men, and then something else, like someone was addressing people.
there would be a lot of orgies this person would have here. Like
I revolt,
In this fort, really?
yes, in this
Captain.
What? You revolt? Oh, snap.
That's a big.
Somebody rebelling?
Defecting. Maybe they want out of the fort. They don't want to defend it anymore.
Okay, prison.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it was.
It'll be a simple pleasure.
Oh, Jesus.
Feed.
What was
That was
that?
behind me.
That was loud.
What was in here?
What's been going on?
Oh, someone's revolting and now they're in prison.
Me or like the air in here get like stagnant, like sticky warm kind of stagnant.
It is kind of.
We did get a very sharp temperature
Yeah.
thing, but
It feels like ugh, in here.
stale.
Holy sh!
What?
What the
What did you?
No, I just got chills, dude. What the f? That's not me.
What happened?
Something must have used a lot of energy there then. What'd you
Oh
see?
my
Hang on.
gosh.
Take a breath. Take a breath. What'd you see? Take a breath.
Tall dude, bro.
Whole ass dude.
No way,
Where'd
no
you see
shot.
him?
Let me recreate this. Okay. What the f? Okay. So in
It must
between
have
the
taken a lot of energy because that REM pod was going.
and he was fast. It's like he had a top hat on. I mean, he was quick. Right here in the wood. So come over here so you can see it. Right here in the, so you see where the rails are?
Yeah.
The bottom rail between the stair and the wood, there was just a head of a guy, and he was just. I was just standing there still, and he was just walking like really fast right past the staircase.
What the?
I've never seen something that clear in my life. Well, I haven't like way back, but nothing ever like that. Oh, my camera got it because I was just walking and I saw it, and I was like, no, but that was no.
Hang
that
on.
was
All right,
just too
everyone,
clear.
right now. I want you guys to stay with me. I'm gonna make sure.
This was just too clear. It was way too evident. It almost looked like the guy was wearing a Lincoln hat. You know what I mean? Like it's almost the guy. It's like I think the guy was wearing like a Lincoln type hat. It's exactly what he looked like.
Is that what the English for?
No, I probably wouldn't have. It'd be later.
Yeah.
Hey! If there's anybody out here, you're gonna be getting some big ass trouble here. You better make yourself known or I'm calling the police.
He was walking. He was right here, like right.
Walk past the stairs like that.
Yeah, he was.
Was he on the ground or was he on the
On the
stairs?
parade grounds.
He was. You see where my shadow is, kinda? It's like right here. It was like right
What?
to the right of those stairs.
If he was on the parade grounds, we would have heard him.
yes.
You would have heard the gravel.
It was. Oh, f- me. It was like in front
Of the well.
of the well, but in between the stairs. And he was on this path. It's like he was walking up towards those stairs. Clear as day. Clear as day. There's no way.
You better make yourself known right now, or I will call the police.
There is no way that just happened.
I thought I just saw something right there. Like I saw something glow.
There's just a bang in here.
Was there?
Yeah.
It's trying to get our attention away. I just heard something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was terrifying.
And you know, see, and what was amazing is when you saw that, it was confirmed, that thing went to blue.
Yeah.
So it must have used a lot of energy to do it. And I felt chills go across me. So I know that something manifested. What it was, I don't know.
I don't know what that, because I was like walking here and I was just looking out the window. So what I first initially thought was that it was my shadow, because I thought like with the light and I could see myself here, I thought it was just my shadow, and I don't know, like that's what I thought.
Kind of interesting, because remember I was talking about the guy in the 40s with the orgies?
Yeah.
The owner of the place?
But it was just weird, because as I was walking, I was like, oh, let me just look at the window. It was like you could see the top of his head, like right in between the stair and the bar, and he was just moving quick, like fast enough, slow enough to where you could see him fully walk past it, but like he had urgency to his walk. Like he was like, I need to get somewhere. Like you said, I mean, it might be just be like night trips, but like,
Yeah, here's hoping.
I've never seen something like that.
And you want to know something funny? Just today over in that area, someone saw like a whitish, like a person standing there crouching watching them from a distance. And then someone took a picture and they got a whitish triangle of some sort.
Yeah.
So, and it was in that area where you saw that guy walk to.
So this was all black. With like, it had like, the guy had a black top hat. I mean, it was, I could tell right away. Yeah, dude, like literally some Hatman shit. Like, literally some Hatman shit. Literally, that's what it looked like.
Hope you caught him.
I don't know if I did. I hope I did. I'm gonna have to put dude, when I edit this, I'm gonna have to put the brightness all the way up. Cause I don't know if I was facing my camera enough to see it. Cause I had it right here. So actually, I probably could zoom in, brighten it up, and check. But I never see. It is really coming down.
Yeah.
Like that was just way too clear. Way too clear.
Weird timing on the weather, ain't it?
Yeah. I think it's a good sign to go to the west.
I'm not going out there.
I'm
right
waiting
now.
for this rain.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
stop.
We'll see. We'll wait for it to chill out, but I think it's a good sign.
I swear to God.
Did you just hear it? I heard what sounded like gravel or like a twig or something. Sorry.
I swear to God, I saw a person walking out from the sutler shop. Like it
This is
looked
what I'm saying. There's somebody outside. I don't know what it is, but there's something moving around outside.
Is that normal?
No. Well, it's normal to see apparitions out in the ground sometimes. You'll hear people moving and stuff.
I mean, yeah, the guy was literally right in front of the well. when I
That's
saw
what's
him.
weird. If you saw him in front of the well, you would have heard the gravel.
Yeah, 100%.
We would have heard it because, like, you can walk out there. Jesus, yeah, and now it's calming down.
Yeah.
I wonder if
the
it's a spirit
humidity.
who was an amputee. He doesn't have legs. Maybe he's just floating. I don't know. I don't know how that shit works.
He's flying.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know how that works. Like I don't. But the guy, he was clearly walking towards that staircase over there. That
Once
goes
the
up
rain, once the
to
rain stops, do you want to go over to that bastion once we're done here?
Yeah, honestly, that was like way too clear to see. Like, it was a black hat. It was definitely a black hat. See, I don't know if it was this where it was like a guard, but like I feel like something like this would looks definitely more like it.
Like
Where
a
it's
tall,
kinda like that
like a
black,
tall
but it wasn't.
sort of-
Well, it's so dark out where you wouldn't see color. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But to me, it was black. You could definitely tell it was a black hat. But I don't know if it was this. Or I don't know what it would have been.
Was it like a tall, like stovepipe shape, or like kind of like short?
Dark. The best I
Dark
could
down.
describe it was Lincoln-like.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it was from. You know how like they picture like the first Thanksgiving with like the gold buckle hats.
You mean like? Oh, you mean
Pilgrim?
you mean like like straight up like early settler?
Yeah,
Pilgrim.
like it had that style like Lincoln hat to him. I couldn't see his like chest or anything, but you could see he was white.
And he was wearing all black.
He was white from what I could see, all black. I could only really see like here. I could really only see like top of his shoulder up.
If it was of the period, why would it be a first settler here? Because like I don't think they would have settled in this area. No, it'd be way too deep in the frontier.
But it looks exactly like the pilgrim kind of.
Yeah, like the one you see in school. Yeah, the old buckle hat and
Yeah,
the black
that's exactly
outfit.
what
Yeah,
it
like
looked
like a Puritan.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. Is there anything Puritan based here?
I don't know. I'll have to talk
English
to her.
Puritan colonial. Was Aaron scared?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
They keep touching me. Yes, I'm afraid.
They call you Beth, I hear. Do you like that name?
You may have physically marked me. I don't know if it was you.
Do you come?
Death and murder begins. Try to tie down the